Greetings and welcome to what will be the last video in this series. Not the last video, because I'm sure there will be more to say. Appropriately, this is Event Horizon Presentation 10, because in geometry and in everything else it starts off as 1, because before that there is nothing. But it starts off as 1 and it goes to 9. I didn't mention this in the last video, and it's important that I do. Let's find the illustration. You see, the number 9, where you start, is like a downward Y. You've got two choices. There's also the golden spiral being shown, but it's going down, it's in a descent. So we need to flip it and be that 6. So now you have a Y. You're doing the golden spiral. This is, yeah, it's in reverse as I'm looking at it, so I confuse myself there, because everything is a mirror and a reflection anyway. All of you that are the most awakened and the most, the ones that are going to survive this, have got what you need. Let it all flow past you. Think about the magnet. It's the magnetism that drives the electric and the dielectric. With this magnetic field coming down, what is happening is you just let things flow over you. Effectively, it is crowning you. It is giving you a real corona. You become the gods and goddesses that you really are. Because this world is going to be very, very different. You could say, if we put it into a religious context, that the eye of God or Source is having a closer look. And it doesn't like what it sees. Already the sun, from my perspective, compared to only yesterday, looks to be 2 hours out. But when you take into consideration the height of it, it's gone from a perspective of about 15, maybe 30 degrees. At a very conservative estimate, probably risen to 50 degrees. You see, the sun is rising. The sun has risen, you could say. That's not a lie. That's just a half-truth, the way it's been told and the way that sentence has been spun. And it has been given out as a sentence. But we're going to break that now quite easily. You just stay neutral. All you do is project out love. Very simple. You've got to feel sorry for the dark side, as I said on the last video, and this is thanks to Matt of Quantum of Conscience for this part of it. And if you're given your favourite food every day, day in, day out, you're going to get very fed up with it. So you've got to feel sorry for these people who've had this millionaire lifestyle, because without having the slate wiped clean and going through death and then birth and not having the memories and retaining those memories, being a millionaire and being able to afford a yacht and surround yourself with trinkets is just pure boredom. That's hell. Too much of a good thing is hell, in a very physical sense. So it's not all it's cracked up to be at all. I'm not worried about anything whatsoever. I'm sort of expected to play this part. Well, the sun is bleaching my hair. Now it's actually in its July position. You see, it's moved to the real calendar, the zodiac. Things really have shifted. So we're actually in July. So things have moved forward by 3 months. So it isn't going to be long to wait. I think we're only now looking for the fall, and it will be a fall for quite a lot. Because if you're projecting out nothing but love, see, it is magnetic. As this magnetic field comes down, the purification of the hearts is magnetic energy. What actually happens? Now, don't be fooled by the face. I'm actually laughing and smiling behind this exterior, but I'm having to keep myself from laughing because it is funny. See, look, I've let it out now. No, it's I'm trying to get some composure back here now. It's actually really good. Enjoy the sun, you know. There's a lot of talk about veganism, and alarm bells start to go off when the mainstream and all the shops start pushing veganism, and it's like, hang on a minute. And also, why are the gardening magazines not giving away just one packet of seeds? Why are they giving away 3? See, it goes right down to the level of thinking about, what are those seeds? Are they genetically modified ones? And so, see, the things are being kept very tidy. The rubbish is still being emptied, certainly around here. I don't know about the inner city areas, but things are being kept very neat. They're giving you a false thing in the UK. I mean, they're reopening B&Q. Well, how wonderful. B&Q does DIY, so that's all those stay-at-home jobs. You're being encouraged to stay indoors. See, if we go back, now it's proven that plants have feelings, so even vegetarianism and veganism is not really right. It is down to fruit and seeds, air and sun. The sun is the fire element, obviously. The air from the breatharian is the air element. The seeds represent the earth, which grow in darkness. And the fruit contains a liquid, so there's your water. And it is a windfall given freely by nature. See, nature is a wonderful weapon. It's expressed, I think it was Christine, Holographic Multiverse, described this, somebody anyway on Messenger described this, that all the ingredients of the cake are there, but it's subject to time, and you can't take the cake out of the oven until it's ready. Well, that's very true. So we just need to turn the temperature of the oven up, and that's why you're now getting, you're going to get even warmer weather for the next 2-3 months. And bake the clones, bake the NPCs out of their houses. Then it's their move again. Do they bring in the military? Do they reveal how little force they really have? See, it's this is all going perfectly to plan. There really is nothing at all to worry about. No thing except the thing that you give thought and energy to, because you really do create from thought. You've got what you wanted. You will get what you wanted. Karma is a wonderful thing. Is it not about reflecting? So whatever is thrown at you, or has been thrown at you, you'll be able to reflect back, as long as you stay pure in the heart and you just project out love. It's as simple as that. You become that god or goddess of your universe inside, and you real, quite literally and metaphorically and allegorically and zodiacally, if that's such a word, become crowned. You will become the kings and queens of your elves. Paul of Black Sheep Researcher has cracked it as well, and it got me thinking beyond what he said. The minus sign, well, we're in linear time, so it's that way, but it's been twisted from that. 3 of 12, 3 months of 12, as shown with where the sun is. You see, how far are we up to? This is going to get heavy. This is not for the newbies out there. This is for those of you that are there, and you know you're there really. So when you push outwards with your arms out straight, you form that plus sign, the cross. You're not letting that negative energy penetrate your aura. You are the god and goddess of your own universe. Where we agree with each other, there's the flower of life pattern, the overlap. We all have our own circle of friends, and soul family is probably a better way of describing the ones that I talk to on a regular basis, and in turn the ones I talk to have their own circle around them as well. Everything does revolve around the sun because you become that sun. You are that sun in that universe anyway. Collectively we replicate that flower of life pattern. See, this is wonderful. See, now let's look at the other mathematical signs, the basic ones. What else have you got? You've got addition, you've got subtraction. You multiply. So you've twisted the cross and made it into a cross on humanity. And what do we express multiplication as? Something times something. There's the chronology of it. The other one is the division sign, which Paul has said is the line and two dots. It's two people divided. So what is the other sign? This is the important one. The 11 is the equal sign. The 2, the left and the right. What if you offer up that 10% left side brain male ego? If it's a benevolent source, it won't take it. It will say, thank you for the offering. Because what happens if it takes all those 10% egos and creates itself from that? What have you got? Is that not what we would call Satan, or something very evil? But if it is only freely offered but not taken, that 10% ego, you need that anyway. It's like a dog you keep on a very tight leash that you don't let run wild. It's self-empowerment, because M-power is me power. It will drive you onwards, and let's just say things are going to be wonderful. I also must give a big shout out to a new channel. I will endeavour to try and put the link in the description. It may be in the comments, because I'm working on a phone format version. So apologies to all the channels that I listen to and part of the circle of my universe. Unfortunately I can't comment unless I happen to catch live premieres and things, but sorry Karen, I was too out of it last night and I needed to rest. I knew something was up, because you get very tired suddenly, and sleep is allowing this spiritual transition to go on that manifests in the physical. See, if you worry about something sufficiently, it does manifest in a physical form as cancer. People create their own cancer just by thought, by worry. It's a negative energy, and if it's allowed to grow, it will become solidified, petrification inside, and it starts eating away at you, quite literally. But you have the power to stop that. They've always kept this hidden. You can use all the things. Look, the other thing in it is the veganism, the vegetarianism, the keto diet, everything. It doesn't matter, because you are going to change in more than the way you think you are. It's the coming of return of the golden age, and you will actually quite literally and figuratively appear to shine gold. You are the shining ones. Everybody else is going to see it. There's going to be nothing hidden, and no one will be able to hide. They can run, but they can't hide, and they're only running from themselves anyway. Them's elves. Yeah, that's what you are. Star Trek was the biggest piss take going. They made Spock. You remember with the pointy ears? Why do you think he's got pointy ears? He's an elf. But they've stripped away all the heart and the emotion and left just the logic. That's why it's a sick joke being played in our faces, because that's what we really are. If you deep down inside, you know that you are an elf. This is why I say it's not for the newbies, because they would just laugh and snigger at this. They've got hemoglobin He M.A. Globin. Globin is just a flip round of goblin. An evil version of an elf, basically. They're not in the realm of the five senses, the visual spectrum that work within the five senses. They're far beyond that. You just know if someone's telling the truth. You know if someone's genuine. There is no hiding with this. You pick up from their energy. Part of the soul is captured in photographs as well. So these characters, all the names that come up repeatedly that are behind all these things to do with vaccines, i.e. Bill Gates, Billy Goats, Gates of Hell, Melinda, Man Lies, and all the rest of them, the Soroses, the Rockefellers. Part of their energy shows in their eyes, or whatever they are instead of eyes. So there's no hiding anywhere, you just see it. Only you can teach yourself this. I can only give you pointers, same as any other channel, but hey, we got this. We have one. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Just don't give any energy to anything, because it doesn't matter. You think about this as well, right? Animals shit. The polite term for it is manure. What do you think plants grow in? So there's no such thing as a veganism or vegetarianism really anyway. I know someone very well who could not do that because of probably vaccine damage, and it wouldn't work. It would make them ill, and it seems to be the O group and the B group need meat, and have all said consistently that they feel ill and have to go back to meat. Well, these physical bodies have been manipulated so much that we can't transition that well back at the moment. Well, once this magnetic field comes down, that is also the cleansing of the heart, and we will be able to go back to a very different form of existence. We will appear as holograms in like a golden light, basically. So you'll be seen and not seen all at the same time, because the answer to everything is, well, it's really yes and possibly. You don't know until you try. So yeah, last one in this series. So the new series is going to have to be The New Dawn, I think, because it is so close. Yes, it's a bit preemptive, premature, because we don't want to lose the inner child. Not the bloody sexual debased reference to what premature is taken as now in the negative form. I'm talking about in the positive form, obviously. So yeah, we can celebrate early because can see what's coming, and it's all really good. So there really is nothing whatsoever to worry about. Remember, nothing is no thing. Only what you give attention and energy to. Where the attention goes, the energy flows. Or you can remain still, you can remain calm, you can remain within yourself, but still projecting out love. So it's two things going on there. It's duality. This is why it's 11, elven. It's 11 with the energy in it. That's what 11 is. But it's elfin. That's what we are. Lord Elves. Lord and Lady Elves. Kings and Queens. All your kinsmen and kinswomen will come through. The cracks in the dome will be many, and the doors will all open. We don't even have to open them. It's going to happen anyway. It's going to be wonderful. So, yeah, let's sit back and enjoy the show. Anyway, what have we gone on for? 19 minutes. That's plenty, because it takes ages to upload these. And I've got to get out there in the sun again. Get that hair white. Got to play the part, you know. This is going to be so wonderful. Listen to the end by the Doors as well. The snake is long, 7 miles. You know what they're like with that number 7. It's not about the 666. It's about the 6 and the 7, and the 5, and the 4. They like to do their twist on the numbers. Don't forget. So it doesn't matter. Haley, you said about seeing 33. Well, and yeah, you reflect back. So you mirror one image, and it makes the 8. So yeah, listen to Cami channel, Kami. She's wise, and I'm 14th subscriber, so get her numbers up, spread the load evenly. Let's even out the channels with the numbers, and not put anybody above the neck above the trenches. I am Spartacus effect. We'll all get through this because we have the right energy to do so. It's as simple as that. Anyway, ta-ta for now. Whatever we want it to be.